make a little bit of review and walkthrough about this mixer. Yeah, the 1832. It's an USB board. That means that it's an audio card also. But we're gonna go with the connections in. We have 6 line in with the XENYX mic preamps, or we have balanced or unbalanced. We have the low cuts to kill all the rumble from stages and yeah, anything else that isn't vocals or speaking. This is a must. We did have a problem with this on the last venue or conference we had. We didn't actually understand what it was, but the moderator, when she went on stage, we had a mumbling noise. We got feedback, and we thought that it was because she actually went behind one of the speakers at the same time. But after the conference, we tested the system and found out that it was actually rumble from the stage. When she walked the stage, she didn't press or stomp enough on the stage. Then we didn't hear the feedback. We didn't get the feedback. But when she went on and off the stage, she must have taken an extra hard stomp and hit the stage, and that made the system go crazy. Or not crazy. We got a little feedback. It wasn't that big of a deal, but if we actually have looked a little bit closer and saw that we didn't have this pushed in, we wouldn't have got that problem. So that's yeah, a mistake from our side. So yeah, and yeah, the inputs, we have the 6 preamps, mic, XLRs, and then we have the different lined in, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13, 14. And we also have the 2-track and USB input. This is, yeah, just an ordinary input, and the USB it's on the backside here. And also each of these channels have an insert, or the mic. The 6 mono channels have inserts on it, and the subgroup does not have an insert. And connection out, we have, let's see if you can show you, the main out is an balanced XLR. You have another one's mains out, and you have the subgroup out 1 and 2, and you have the control room left and right, and that's the inserts channels. Yep. Yeah. You have on each channel you have the low cut, you have the gain, you have on the mono channels you have the compression, which is great to enhance small voices, and yeah, it's a little bit, give us a little bit of extra push without doing too much for the feedback problems. And you have the British IQ, the high, the mid, and the mid sweep, and the low. And then you have the aux that goes, the first aux goes to a mono channel, the mono sender here, that has its own fader. And you have the second one, you can choose if you want to fader or pre-fader. And then you have the FX channel, which also have a separate fader. And then you have the pan. Yeah, and the other lines in, the stereo lines don't have the compression, they don't have the gain. You have this little, if you want to push it up a little bit, and yeah, everything can go either to the sub or main or both. and yeah, let's see. And you have the yeah, and you also have USB out. USB input is also USB output. I actually don't know if you can use it at the same time as in and out, but yeah, we've had it sometimes to do recordings of the conferences. We actually never used it for input, uh, and that is also the main reason here why we don't use these two, the USB and the two-track input, is because these goes straight to main. We have no volume control over these, and we had some problems actually when the presenter has their clicker, and on the clicker we had a volume knob, and when he was speaking he was actually pressing it, so he turned up the volume and he turned down the volume, and between presenters we have some music, and that is played was played from that computer, and sometimes it was very low and we had to yeah, increase the volume on the computer, or it was very high and everybody got a shock from hearing some high music all of a sudden. So yeah, we don't like this one. We actually tried to route these into the control room or phones and back into a line, but the mixer board went nuts and didn't like that at all. So I don't know if it's supposed to be like that, or if there anyway. If anyone has a tip on how to make or how to get these sends through and down to a channel, that would be great. Post it, please. Um, yeah. As I said, you got the yeah. It's a normal board for as anyone else. It has the FX has 16, I think, 16 channels. Um, to yeah, or channels or programs. You got whole room, you got gated reverse, and you got echo and a lot of different stuff. We do use whole for some, depending on the speaker. Actually we only do conferences. We don't do live sound like bands or musicians. Um, but we can do whole room or this, I don't know, some of the other ones to enhance if the speaker has a very small voice and do want to yeah, if we want to enhance the voice of the person, it is if it is a small voice and don't get heard, um, yeah, then we can use the FX, but it's very rare that we use it. And yeah, and of course this board has the 9-band graphic EQ. It's that's one EQ, and this is the other one, and it has this feedback detection, and it's not feedback protection, it's detection. It's you're the one that protecting yourself. I'm gonna show this, demonstrate this a little bit later. And we have yeah, it's if you want to use it, EQ in. If you press it out, it's not used. If you press that out, they all light up, and if you press it in, it's gonna light up where it thinks the feedback is. If you wanted to go to main mix or for the monitor, and yeah, and here you have the yeah, that's the FX control off and working, and aux send, and the aux return, and here you have the mono aux channel fader send, and that is the FX send also. And here you have some, I don't know, it's a breathtaking XPQ 3D stereo surround effect. Um, yeah. Uh, I made it out to. We tested it. We haven't tested it to 3D. Yeah. Um, we tested it on a mono channel. I'm going to show you that in a while. You can get a mono to sound like a stereo, but yeah, I don't know. And the voice canceller, and I'm gonna shoot another video for that one. And we have tested it, and it's quite fun. I'm gonna show a little bit about that, maybe in graphic EQ. Hello, and I think I'm gonna need some. Hello, 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 hello. Yeah, let's put some gain on that one. And hello. Yeah, now you can hear me. Actually, you should be able to hear me. Hello from the loudspeakers. I'm gonna put my mic away, and I think that you can. And you can look at these, and I'm gonna see if I can make some feedback. Why can't I get feedback when I want to? You also get it when you don't want to. I don't know why. Whoa. I think you can hear that one, and you can also see that one. It's very low. Yeah. Yeah. And then huh. Here, and you can see, and you can fight the feedback by pressing that one down, and it goes away. And I think you can see here one. Yeah, and you can push that one too. So, and that's how you um, protect yourself from feedback. And as I said, this is a detector, and it's not really, yeah, it detects, but I'm just gonna show you when you have put some music on this, and you're gonna, let's see, I think it's gonna do, take a couple of these. That's a stereo, but it doesn't matter. That's right. That's the left one. Oops. Put some music on here. I'm actually gonna see this. And this isn't feedback. Well, it's gonna show anyway, because it thinks it's too loud. But it's just a bass. And yeah, I can kill it, and then we do have no bass at all, or I can push it up and we can hear the bass more. But as I said, it's a 9-band EQ, so it's anything but accurate. But that depends on what you're gonna use it for. If you're gonna use it for conferences, I think this is gonna work great. If you're gonna use this for live band, no, it's not gonna cut it. We have another 15-band EQ, and for live music, I don't think it's gonna cut it either. You need 31-band. But for conferences, when we don't have vocals, we use it for speakers, and we have music between sets, between speakers, and when the presenters go on stage, pause music when they're out to get some coffee, and it's not loud at all, and it's quite easy. So this is gonna work perfectly for that kind of things. And here, if yeah, we have the low cuts, but we can cut a little bit more. And this one, the bass we're never gonna use, if we only have speakers, we can cut this almost at the beginning, because if you don't have someone with a very dark voice, um, yeah, we can do like that. And this is not the EQ as you when you do it at home with a smiley. And let it be. If you don't, if you don't cut it, don't emphasize it. I think it's gonna make. It's actually gonna break. It's not gonna make anything. Only use this for cuts, because it's to cut feedback, and or else it's gonna distort the sound, and you're gonna get strange voices, I think. And if the presenter goes on stage and think that his voice sounds strange, he's gonna be irritated. He's gonna go off. He's gonna start thinking about his voice instead of the presentation, and that's not a good thing. My job here as a front of house on these conferences is to make the presenter as cool and as self-confident as possible, because then he will deliver the best presentation. If I get him mad and think let him start to think about other things, like the sound and feedback and stuff like that, he's gonna go off track, and the conference is not gonna be that good as it could be. So yeah, and now when we're here, we can actually do this voice cancelling thing. I think it's quite fun. Oh, and this is also why we don't use this. This one goes, this little button here, it goes straight to main. I need a fader. I want a fader for this one, but yeah, it's not there. Let's see, go back, and yeah, and let's see if I can get some vocals here. And I hope you can hear this. I'm gonna push it up a little bit, and you see the bass. One more bass. No. And you can still hear the vocals, but they're almost gone. I don't know how they done this, but it's quite nice. I think it's quite funny that you have this kind of function. Yeah, because actually, who uses this on a karaoke set? But I don't know. Maybe me in the future. So yeah, now we can do karaoke gigs. Yay! Yeah, and also I'm gonna test this. Let's see if I'm gonna plug out one of these. I don't know if you can hear this, but now I just have right in, and I activated the breathtaking XPQ 3D stereo surround. I don't know. What I did find out, I haven't used it in a 3D solution. We just have ordinary speakers here. But when you have mono in, you can actually fake a stereo. If you do like this, it's still gonna go. Most of the volume is gonna go to the right, and but it's gonna send some of the volume to the other one also. So if you have, I don't know if your connection is broken or you don't have the cables, and for some reason you have a mono tune in, you can do this, and this will make it a stereo. It's not really stereo, but the thing is, it actually makes the higher end higher, and I think it actually takes away some of the bass, the low end, but it doesn't sound great. But yeah, I don't think I'll never gonna use that one. But it's a feature, it's there.